I think I should remind the others that we have meeting today at 11. Just in case they forgotten. Sam.
Oh no, I'm late. Oh no, how can I forget that there will be a meeting at 11?
I must attend the meeting at 11 o'clock. Let's go.
Who texts me in time like this? Oh, it's Mr. Chairman. There will be meeting at 11. Okay. I will better get changed.
I really boring today. Why I am boring today? Handsome but do not have crush. Selfie. Let's go. Post message Mr. Chairman. I really forget about meeting. Let's go.
Assalamualaikum and good morning to everyone. Before we start our meeting, let us recite the Al-Fatihah. We all are here. Let's start the meeting. It looks like there are no absentees for this meeting. Let me first explain the purpose of the meeting. We are here to discuss on how our company can support people with disability so they can actively participate in the national workplace. Our aim today is to look into a new alternative to solve the problem. As you can see from the agenda, we will be talking about the new decision on how to support the disability to be actively in national workplace. To begin, I like to go through the minutes of our last meeting. So everyone, do you have the copy of our minutes of last meeting?
Yes.
Yes.
So the minutes of our last meeting was held on January 19, 2021. 5 people attend the last meeting and no absentee. The first agenda, confirmation of minutes, that is correct. Item 1 and 2 looks fine. Okay, let's look at matters arising. Insufficient finance. So the project will be postponed to next year.
Sorry, Mr. Naqib. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I think there is a slight mistake on spelling Dr. AZIF. Actually, it probably be MR, which is Mr. not DR, which is Doctor. So I think there's a slight mistake on the spelling.
Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Chairman, but there is a slight error for our date in our previous meeting.
If there are no more amendments, I'm sorry, please take note everyone. Is there anything else to be amended?
I guess no.
If there are no more amendments, I hereby confirm the minutes of the last meeting. Let's move on to item 2 on agenda, matters arising. The issue of the high amount of applicants that offers to work for our company. Mr. Azif, can you brief us on that?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Definitely. Well, as we all know, even in period of high employment, there are open jobs that companies simply can't fill. It is not candidate are unqualified for the position necessarily. There are just too many of them. for each opening. Recruiter and hiring managers are busy trying to fill this position with candidates that not only have necessary skill but also personalities to fit the company culture. So I suggest we make collaboration and partnership with other organizations or companies so we can pass the remaining applicant to the other companies so that they can recruit or pick the other applicant. It would be such a waste if we let go such a talent applicant.
Excuse me, Mr. Azif. Can I stop you there for a moment? I missed that I am afraid. I don't quite understand that your point. Can you repeat?
Thank you, Mr. Zafran. So, there are about 100 applicants with disability who send their application to the company. 50% of them are degree holder and rest of them just finished their study. But our company only picked 20 of them to get the job because of the job quota that has been decided. It is hard for us to let go rest of them because some of them have quality in work.
Oh,
You
I see.
got a point there, Mr. Azif.
I am the second motion.
Since everyone is in agreement, it is decided that Mr. Azif will lead for the collaboration with other companies.
Okay.
If there is nothing else, let's move on to the next item on the agenda. As you know, we are planning to hold awareness of people with disability campaign. I would like to give the floor to Mr. Shamel to brief us on that. Mr. Shamel?
Are you there, Mr. Shamal?
Shamil?
Hello.
Yes. Mr. Shamel, can you brief us on the awareness campaign?
Sorry for the mistake. For your information, we will conduct an awareness campaign for employers from the public and private sectors by holding an awareness talk. Our purpose in conducting this talk is to give awareness to employers so that they pay attention to the disabled people who need a job. With this, we will encourage employers to increase employment opportunities for people with disabilities in the employment sector. This is because they also have educational background and have soft skills like normal people. In this talk, we will also share about the preparations that need to be done before we take them to work together. In addition, we will also invite the Ministry of Human Resources and non-governmental organizations to attend this talk together to support our people of disability. Inshallah, we will be conducting this talk in April this year. That's all from me. Thank you.
I see no objection to that, Mr. Shamil. I think that we should also invite Shaholi Ayes, an ambassador of Global Disability Inclusion. She, who has an impressive inclusion story herself, beat the odds by becoming one of the America's most dynamic model. So, I think that she is the best person to give a talk in the campaign.
That's great. I strongly agree with that idea. I hope that
So it is agreed that the event will be carried out on April. Next, Mr. HAZIQ is going to tell us about the Conducive Workplace project.
Sure, Mr. Chairman. For your information, People with disability can experience big challenge at workplace due to their condition. So I think that it is better for us to build a conducive environment for the disability people as to support them and make the workplace area more comfortable and flexible. Here are some my opinions of conducive environment that we can build in our company. Firstly, for person with mobility impairment, we can build ramps, stair lift or automated doors. Next, person who are deaf or hard of hearing, we can use subtitling or live captioning while we talk live in the meeting. We can also provide braille machines and printers for persons who are blind. We had to provide access to our employee based on their needs so he or she is able to perform the task. That's all.
Sorry to interrupt, Mr. HAZIQ. How about our budget, and is it enough for this whole project?
I think that our company have insufficient budget, Mr. Azif, but I still need this project to be done as soon as possible if we want our disability employee to be comfortable in our company. What do you think, Mr. Chairman?
I guess we will tackle the matter of funding by next meeting. So next, Mr. Zafran is going to tell about the website.
Okay, thank you to Mr. Naqib to give me a floor to discuss the report on creating an official website which is named as Make It Right Movement, or we call it MIRM. Actually, as you know, all people have their smartphone. So I think there's no problem to search this website. Actually, there are several purposes of establishing this website, which is firstly to advocate for employment of disabled people who are seeking the job. Secondly, this website also creating the database of job seeker with disabilities and linking the disabled job seeker with employers who want to hire new employee. This company also, this website also will be assisting companies in recruiting employee with disabled. And the last of purpose this website, which is providing information and advice on disability confident work like other people like us. So I think we will use Google site or which to create this website and also use our company official email. So for your information, yes, I'm glad to share with you that Minister for the Development of Women, Family and Community will assisting us to provide and prepare truthfully for this website. So don't worry, I will fully manage this website. Okay, this website, there will be a form people with disability can fulfill to apply the job. No problem. They also can attach supporting document or resume when apply the job. So for this company who want to hire a new employee that need to can also fulfill the form and specify the eligibility requirement that need to be present by people with disability when apply the job. So at that, I am pretty sure that we'll have many benefit when we have this website. So I think not forgotten, this project will be held on June 2021, and I think this will be a benefit for company and also people with disability to seek the job. So I think that's all.
Excuse me, Mr. Zafran.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt. I disagree with your opinion. Can we create a better app than website?
Oh, thank you, Mr. Samuel. No. I think create website rather than create the apps, because when we create website, we don't need to withdraw any budget or model to create this app because we know create website free of charge, while create apps need some model and budget to create this app. So I think our company do not have do insufficient budget to create the app. So I think we can create our website because it's free of charge. I refer to create our website rather than the apps. So what do you think, Mr. Chairman?
Let's shelve the matter until further discussion, because when I hear your explanation, I think it is too long and it need a better discussion with expert that focus fully on that because of complication in creation of website or application. Next, Mr. Shamel, would you please brief us the issue on providing skill training for the disability?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We will all provide skills training to employees and applicants from among the disabled. For your information, we will focus on improving the skills and professional development of employees and people with disabilities. Among the forms of training is that we will do group or team building by appointing the trainee and guiding 2 or 3 people with disabilities. The purpose of our group method is to improve the skills of the trainees as well as the effectiveness of the team. The methods used in a group building are: the first is to share ideas and experience. The second is to build a group identity, and the last is to learn the strengths and weaknesses of self and colleges. With this effort and training, we will able to produce competent employees who can contribute greatly to our company. That's all from me. Thank you.
I totally agree with your idea, Mr. Shamel.
I also agree with your idea, Mr. Shamil.
So it is agreed that we will provide the skill training for the staff and applicant. Next, I'd like to hand it over to Mr. AZIF, who is going to lead the next point.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It is noteworthy that none of the organization portrayed in this publication have carried out their disability activities in isolation. Indeed, all emphasize the importance of collaborating with government agencies and ministries and other employers, organizations, trade union, academic and vocational institutions, NGO, and importantly, with disabled people and their organization. Partners are described as a source of disability expertise, experience, information, and human institutional resources. Partners can help upgrade activities and collaboration, ensure that organizations complement and learn from each other, where some of this collaboration are more of informal nature, such as exchanging information, others, and solid partnership with clearly identified roles for each stakeholders. For example, when implementing special project of initiative, a related point emphasized in many case such studies is importance of involving disabled people and their organization in planning and management of the organization. Besides that, we can recruit disabled workers and give them to job opportunities. Further, they provide specific disability expertise and link with the disability community.
Sorry, I have to interrupt. Wow, that was a great idea. I see your point. Could you explain to me how many companies are involved in this activity, and can you specify several names of that company? Thank you in advance.
Thank you, Mr. Zafran. We have our collaboration with 2 big companies, that is Fantastic iHarisis Sendian Berhad and Yamate Company, to work on this project. Both companies is financially stable and have more experience in this field. We can lean on them to guide us so that we can have a brighter future and become a stable company.
I second in the motion.
Okay, since everyone is in agreement, it is decided that Mr. Azif will lead for the collaboration with other companies.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Is there any other business to discuss? I suggest that we round the table. Mr. Azif,
No.
Mr. Shamel, Mr. Zafran,
No.
Mr.
Yes,
HAZIQ.
yes, Mr. Chairperson. I have an important point to discuss, which is not related with our title meeting today. As we know, we have many staff, we have many company stakeholder, cleaners, and also employees. All of them come to work with their own vehicle, which is branded and expensive, and they are no ones share their transport to come work or using public transport. For example, our chairperson today, which come to work using Toyota Alphard.
I'm sorry, Mr. Zafran. It's Alphard, not Alphard.
Oh, that's my bad. Alphard, which is require a large of parking. Our secretary today, which is Mr. Azif, come to work with his lorry. Wow, this a great, this a unbelievable, amazing.
Very
Which is
big.
require really large area of parking. Can you imagine that? While not forgotten, our cleaner today come to work with Proton Izora, which is also require a large of area parking. And I come to work with my own superbike. I guess that our company, um, I guess that our company did not have a large area of parking, and I guess that parking always a big hole because I think that's impact of the lorry, which is make a big hole bank because exceeding heavy limit, and also I think our company has limited parking and also have no parking for motorcycle for me, which is come to work with superbike. So I also feel that employee from SZ Resources Sdn Bhd who are next to our company often use parking in our company area. So here I have three suggestions, which is we must solve this problem as soon as possible. Which is firstly we enlarge our parking space and hire a security guard to allow our company employee, stakeholder or cleaner only use a parking lot. Secondly, I guess that we collaborate with SZ Resources Sdn Bhd to share the budget and model to enlarge parking, and maybe we can build multi-story parking. Or thirdly, all must team up and share their vehicle or transport when come to work, or I guess that they can use public transport, and we will sue employee from SZ Resources who still use our parking lot. So what do you think, guys?
I think that your first point, which is enlarge the parking are the best, Mr. Zafran. They can search parking easily, while the guide can also help them lead to places they want to go.
That's a very good idea. We can really save from taking our time to search for parking because sometimes people park at my VIP park and I just cannot imagine why that person didn't saw the sign on my VIP park. As you can see, we don't have guards at our company, so it's difficult for me to search people that are responsible for this matter.
Yes.
Excuse me, Mr. Chairman. I also want to talk about something.
Oh yes.
As we know, each employee needs to be treated equally in our company. So, I think that apart from the conducive environment that I just talked earlier, we had to provide facilities that are necessary for them. For example, cafe that is welcoming people regardless of disability, or a place where they can relax and having some time off during work hour for rehabilitation or treatment. Even small adjustment can result in big difference that help improve equality in the workplace and make it easier to have disability people at work. What do you think, guys?
Indeed, Mr. Aziz, I strongly agree with your idea. Our company need this cafe or a place to hang out so that we can relax ourselves during lunch hour and any other time.
Yes, Mr. Azif, I also totally agree with your opinion, which is Mr. HAZIQ. So I am the second motion.
I see no objection to that.
Okay.
So if there is no objection, I approve that we provide the facilities that necessary for the condition. So if that's everything, we can stop here. Thank you to all for your attendance. I declare the meeting closed. We end our meeting with tasbih kifarah wa suratul as.
سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. العصر من لسان فاصل الذين والصالحات لسبح وتواصوا بالصبر. صلى الله عليه وسلم.